as the chair mentioned earlier, and I wasn't expecting that one, so that's some good stuff. Your department covers everything from basic research to advanced nuclear reactors to grid security. I mean, the work that you do affects Americans every single day. When we're looking at that, and this kind of piggybacks off of both of the questions that have been asked previously, but I want to talk about China and where they are specifically with their embrace of nuclear generation. When you look at the facts as they are, China is, I think, has at least 28 nuclear reactors that are in construction, which is about half of the construction of all nuclear reactors across the entire globe. We look at what they're doing. We know they're working to undermine us. To me, this is very similar to what we saw in the manufacturing space. They're using political and economic leverage to ultimately manipulate and get ahead. I think that is mistake on a number of ways. I mean, if we turn a blind eye to that, I think it's critical that we look at this, particularly within the AI space, knowing that AI is not just an AI race, it is also an energy race, and we must win both. So my question to you is, what are your plans? What is the Trump administration's plans to win that race? And how do we make sure that you have the funds in the proper place to do that?
Fantastic, Senator Britt, and I agree very much with the assumptions. China is moving full speed ahead with nuclear. In fact, the most of reactors they're building is essentially a knockoff, a stealing of an American reactor technology, but they build them much cheaper and much faster. And they don't have the giant bureaucratic regulatory overhang we have in the United States. We need to get the NRC, in touch with physical reality. Grand Central Station in New York, our train station, could not be licensed as a nuclear reactor because its radiation's too high. We have standards that are just so expensive to meet. Okay. It makes everything slow. It makes everything expensive. We bring all sorts of regulatory uncertainty into that environment. So we are talking with commercial providers. We've offered up DOE lands. We've had tons of solicitations. Come build on our land. Mm-hmm. We'll be fast. We'll be efficient. We'll help you get going. We'll arrange creative incentives for you to build nuclear reactors in our space. I think we'll do it. The Loan Program Office is a key tool. We do need to make sure we have funding available in the Loan Program Office, because used judiciously, it's a way to leverage private capital to make things happen fast. If your equity investors behind that debt are the 6 hyperscalers in the United States, they're great credit. The American taxpayers are going to be paid back. Alternatively, in the last administration, the Loan Program Office in its 15-year history lent $43 billion. Wow. In the 76 days since Election Day to Inauguration Day of the new president, the previous administration lent or committed $93 billion. 2.5 times the 15-year total. You're kidding me.
Tell me that time frame again.
76 days from Election Day, when Biden lost the presidential election, to President Trump's inauguration. In 76 days,
that is absolute insanity.
They lent or committed $93 billion. So is there a reason I'm moving slow and I'm doing evaluations of projects? Yes, there's a very big reason.
Well, let me turn quickly in my remaining time, and thank you so much for doing that. We cannot cede this ground to China, and so thank you for making sure that we don't do that at all. In December of 2020, DOE selected a team led by Southern Company in Birmingham, Alabama, to lead the molten chloride reactor experiment, MCRE, in partnership with DOE. Developing this new type of nuclear reactor is transformational to that next generation nuclear energy and that type of leadership that we need to see across our nation. The MCRE program is going to deliver the world's first fast spectrum salt reactor to support the administration's goal of unleashing American energy dominance and to achieve world leadership in nuclear energy. Further, MCRE is the first demonstration of a reactor technology that can revolutionize the commercial shipping industry and serving as a catalyst for restoring American maritime dominance throughout floating nuclear power plants and U.S.-flagged large commercial ships. So this project supports scalable, deployable, and transformational American nuclear energy. Given that strategic value associated with this critical advanced reactor demonstration project, will you commit to support this project and to continuing to work that it has successful reactor operation and will be executed during this administration?
A super exciting project. I can't commit today to any specific project because I very carefully assembled a team of people, of leaders that are evaluating honestly and objectively all of these projects and going full steam ahead on ones that deliver affordable, reliable energy and have a reasonable chance of success.
Well, good. I
and
hope you will take
viability.
a look at this. We're really proud of the work that's being done, and I think that you are going to be very pleased with what you see. And in my last few remaining seconds, I would just wanted to ask about grid security. So when you're looking at the chair and I, we live in Gulf Coast states, and so hurricane season is upon us. When we're looking at what's happening, with the grid, obviously making sure it's protected not only for natural disasters but national security disasters. What are y'all doing to ensure that reliability and protection?
It's a key issue. It is a vulnerability of our country. Our grid is very distributed. A lot of it's very antiquated. It's very easy to attack our grid, and we are being attacked all the time. And I think there's more sophisticated attacks possible that have not been launched against us yet, but it could be an adversary waiting for the right time. In fact, one of the meetings I had right before coming here was with
Land the plane for me, Mr. Secretary. We've got to move on here.
Yeah. I agree with the problem. We are working on it, including today.
Excellent. Thank you.